Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope wherever you are in the world, today has been treating you so well. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of TECHNIC. We've got some new stuff, we've got some old stuff. They have just brought out the Sundrenched 2.0 collection, a summer collection, so I've got a few bits from that. I've got a few old bits. I've got an eyeshadow palette that isn't TECHNIC, but I'm wanting to try it with the TECHNIC eyeshadow primer. They did very kindly send me the eye primers because I asked over on my Instagram for recommendations and they saw my quest to try and find a replacement eyeshadow primer for my beloved Beauty Bay one that is no more. So they sent me both shades of the eye canvas, but everything else, I do believe, I can't remember, but I think everything else I purchased with my own money. So we are going to get into all of that. Everything will be linked down below and you can use the code milli10 to get 10% off if you order anything, but I'm going to give you my full and honest opinions in this video. If I don't like it, you will hear about it, but a lot of these products are products that I already know and love, so let's just dive on in. One of the new products that they have just launched is the Nourish and Hydrate Face Mist, and I'm not sure if this is meant to be like a skincare step or like over the top of your makeup. All it says on the back is refresh and drench your skin with this hyaluronic acid facial spray infused with peach and coconut extract. So I'm guessing this is meant to go under your makeup. I'm going to use it under my makeup, but I do already have all of my regular skincare on, so let's see what this smells like first. Ooh, I went overboard, of course I did. That smells really nice. That smells similar to the Glow Hub. Is it Glow Hub? This one that I know and love. That feels similar to that, and that's absolutely a skincare toner. So, I like that. The spray was very nice. I could see that being very nice sort of over the top of makeup if you're just doing a little light something and maybe you've over powdered and you just want something to like re-liven, that's not a word, just to spruce up the face a little bit afterwards, but not necessarily to set anything. That feels lovely. Does just feel like a skincare sort of step though. Hasn't left any sort of residue on my face. So let's skip over very quickly the products that I have already tried because I already know these, I already love these have my seal of approval. So the TECHNIC Triple Wave Serum Foundation, like I say, know and love. This is in the shade Light. I'm going to do a pump and a bit of this and blend it out with a sponge. So that was all of the products that I got on the back of my hand there, and you can see it's just a light amount of coverage. It's basically not covering any of the spots that I've got at the minute. Honestly, these are because it is so hot and I am sweating my skin off every single day. So yeah, I've got a lot of spots going on at the minute. This isn't necessarily covering them, it's just dialing it down a little bit. So lightweight feeling, hydrating feeling, not too glowy looking. It looks really like soft matte natural sort of a finish, but lasts incredibly all day long. I am a huge fan of this foundation. I also really love the matching concealer. So this is, I need to talk slower because I'm getting overexcited and words are merging that shouldn't be. The Triple Wave Serum Concealer, and again I have this in Light. Look how dirty that lid is. Like, I use this all of the time and you need the tiniest amount, so I'm just going to take half a pump, like that much. Truly will do my under eyes. I'm leaving the spots on the rest of my face, so a little bit of that. Tap it out under my eyes. I'm just going to use the corner of my sponge, because obviously I'm going to be using that new, new to me, eyeshadow primer. So I don't want to take this across the lid, just want to cancel out those dark circles because I've not been sleeping great. It has been hot overnight. I think last night it got down to 25 overnight. Like, it's too hot for me. I need to move to like the North Pole or something. It's not safe for me to be here anymore. It's too hot. Okay, so that's the concealer around the eyes, and you can see it doesn't look heavy. It doesn't look like a lot. It doesn't feel heavy or feel like a lot. It's just beautiful. I love the finish of both of those, and actually they are going over the top of that hydrating spray really nicely. I like that. So I'm quickly just going to go off and do my brows. Again, no new products here, but I specifically wanted to recommend the brow pen, but the pen, I like to use the pen in conjunction with a pencil. So I'm going to use the TECHNIC Ultrafine Micro Brow Pencil. I do like this. It's a really, really tiny little pencil, but I wanted to highlight the brow pen because it's my favourite brow pen that I've ever tried. This is the Featherweight Brow Pen. I have this in warm brown. Obviously my hair is faded, but my hair is a warmer colour, so I do like to have warmth in my brows as well. But this is a brush tip brow pen that is so pigmented. You need the lightest hand that you possibly can. But I'm going to go ahead and do my brows and I will be right back. So just cleaning up the edges a little bit. I know that they are dark. That is how I like them. I'm thinking by the end that it will balance it out, because I am thinking I'm going to do more of a berry lip. So next up for bronzer, I'm going to do, I've got the liquid blush, so I'm thinking like, let's start with cream, see how we go. So I'm going to use the TECHNIC Contour Easy Blend Contour Stick. This is in medium cool, but I actually think that this is a really nice like bronzery shade for my skin tone, and these are really, really nice and creamy. So just going to put a little bit in the usual places, blend it out with a Real Techniques Expert face brush, and you'll see it's just so like the perfect amount of pigment, really, really easy to blend into the skin. It's just one of those like foolproof products for me. Like in my collection, I reach for this so much because it's one of those that I could do without even looking. I mean, did I use this when I did that no mirror makeup challenge? I can't remember, but it really is like so easy to use, like very, very user friendly, very beginner friendly, if that is what you are needing. But I mean, you just saw in real time there how easily that blends out, but like I wouldn't necessarily say on me that it looks like a contour. Like, I think it looks bronzy, but maybe that's just my skin tone, I don't know. So let's get a brush, and I'm gonna do this liquid blusher. So this is one of the new products. So this is the liquid blush in the shade Coral Cove. Firstly, I love the packaging. Like, it's compact, it's a sweet little container. I really, really like it. I am interested to see what the finish is going to be like, because it says satin finish. I love a radiant I love a radiant blush, so let's see how this goes. I'm just going to start off with a really tiny little dot because she's pigmented. Okay, that looks really like glossy. Okay, I like the look of that. Let's work that into the brush. That colour looks really nice. Ooh, the finish of that. That is glossy in a beautiful, beautiful way. I feel like my brush has soaked up most of that. Like, I got most of that off the back of my hand. Now granted, I did only get a very small amount, but that colour is almost like a blush bronzer on my skin tone. It looks quite different to what I remember it looking like on the website. Obviously I went for this one because it's, I thought it was going to be a little bit more orangey, but I like how that looks. The finish of that is beautiful. That's really luminous, like in the most beautiful hydrated way, which reminds me, go and get yourself a glass of water. You're dehydrated. I can tell. Clearly I am, because my words are not forthcoming. I really, really like that blush a lot. I feel like for my skin tone, I could use that as a bronzer. Like, it's not too pink. I feel like that is sort of neutral enough that I could use that as a bronzer if I wanted to. Multi-use product, I like that a lot. I did also bring over some powder products, but I don't think I want to use them. I feel like the skin looks lovely as it is, but I will mention them because they are favourites. So we have got the Marble Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunbaked. I love that one. And also the TECHNIC Glow Veil Luminous Baked Blusher. I meant to pick up more shades of this when I did this order for the new stuff and just completely forgot. So I definitely want to pick up more shades of that because I think that it's lovely. So we're currently still just like cream products. I want to use this. I have already tried this previously and I cannot remember what I think of it. This is the Hydra Set and Blur water-based loose powder. A water-based powder. Terrifying. Truly, truly terrifying. I'm going to use a brush. I just want a little bit. I feel like I'm a little bit shiny down the centre of my face. Granted, it is 3,000 degrees in my room currently. It's cooling down a little. It has been 4,000, but it's just 3,000 today. So just getting a little bit of that. I will work it into the brush in the lid. And let's see what I think of this. I really can't remember. I could not even tell you the last time I used this. But I'm very picky with setting powders, so let's see. Okay, I really like that powder. That looks really light, like lightly mattifying. Doesn't feel heavy. Why have I not been using that more? And hydrating as well. I'll have to report back, I'll leave it in the comments down below how I feel about that. I will keep on using it a bit more. Honestly, I've had that forever. Why have I not been using that more? Okay, let's get into the eye primer. So it comes in two shades. We've got light and medium. Honestly, they're very, very similar, but I will go for the light one. So like I say, I was sent these, but I will give you my honest opinion. So this is the Eye Canvas Eyeshadow Base. Let's see how we feel. I'm not going to be using a TECHNIC eyeshadow because honestly I just don't have one that I like. So I'm going to be using, in the last video that you will have seen, or one of the videos that you will have seen recently if you've seen my channel before, I got the Beauty Moon Medusa palette and I'm going to just do something sort of neutrally, but I want to use this Venom Veil shade. So let's see how I feel about the primer. So I'll just get a little bit on the back of my hand and let's blend this across my eyes. I wonder how much pigment this is going to give me. A decent amount, okay, nice and brightening, which is what I like some of the times. Sometimes I want something that is more like my actual skin tone, and then other times I want something quite brightening. This is the brightening option, but that medium shade might be a bit closer to my skin tone, so that might be an option for me. Okay, so first impression, just after I have blended that eyeshadow primer across my lid, it is very, very bright. Wasn't necessarily the vibe that I was going for today. I maybe would have been better with the medium shade, but let me go ahead and just do a little wash of something across the eyes with, like I say, the Beauty Moon Medusa palette. Basically nothing at all, just with a little bit of shimmer across the lid. I will report back on this eyeshadow primer though. Okay, so first impression of the eyeshadow primer. It stayed tacky for a really decent amount of time. I feel like the matte shade blended out through the crease really nicely, but also by the time I came to apply the shimmer, it was still nice and tacky sort of across the lid, so I haven't got any fallout, which is what I look for in an eyeshadow primer. I'm not completely like blown away by it, but it seems nice enough. I will report back. If you haven't seen my channel before, I do these reviews throughout the month, and then I come back at the end of the month and I give you my final thoughts when I've had more time to play with everything and more time to use everything. So I will report back on this eyeshadow primer. I will continue to use it. I may well open the medium shade because that one does seem quite light even for my skin tone. And if they only have two options and I'm in the darkest one, that's a bit of an issue. But I will report back when I have used that some more. So some other eye favourites that I quickly wanted to mention. I won't be using today because it's not necessarily the vibes that I'm going for, but fantastic, fantastic products, and I did just want to mention them. The Euphoria metallic liquid liners, some of my favourite liquid liners of all time. They are glittery. I love the blue, I love the green. This is the like gunmetal or something like that. Yeah, gunmetal, like a silvery shade. Really, really like those. And also the Euphoria gel eyeliners. These are pencils. I love both. If I was to choose between the two though, I would choose the liquid one. If you were looking for a glittery statement liquid liner, which I appreciate isn't for everybody, but it is absolutely for this gal, just not for today. So another product that isn't new but I love is the Luxe Lash coloured mascara. This is the Burgundy, yes, warm Burgundy. I love this mascara. It is beautiful for a burgundy option. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a healthy amount of mascara, and then we can try out that new lip combo that I've got. Okay, so that is like 1.5 coats of the mascara, and you can see it is lengthening. It's not very thickening or very dramatic, but that colour, I feel like just brings out the colour in my eyes. Like, it's a really soft, both the colour and the effect that it gives, it's just a really soft look, and I feel like it really brings out the colour in my eyes. I love that mascara. Another product that I love is the lip liner that I'm going to use. This is a new shade, I've not used it before. This is the Nude Edit Liquid Lip Liner. This is in Berrylicious. I already have one of these that's in the shade Nudie, I think, but I wanted the berry shade. Of course I did. So this is what the applicator looks like if I show you real close up. It's a very unique lip liner. It's a liquid that sort of dries down. It doesn't stain. You can remove it very easily if you want to, but because it's a liquid, it just lasts incredibly well, and it's really, really comfortable to wear as well. If this is the same, like it will be, but if it's the same as the one that I already have. So let's see what this colour is like. I'm nervous, but also I'm excited because I love this formula. You do have to sort of move quite confidently because it's a liquid, and like this is already set. This will have set now. So I can't talk whilst I do this, but I love that colour. I love that colour. Okay, so one issue that I am experiencing with this darker shade, just don't look at it at the minute because I can improve this, okay? One issue that I am experiencing with it is that because it's set so quickly, you can't sort of go over the same area twice, so it is making it look, I mean obviously I haven't got anything in the middle, I've got another product to come, it's looking a little bit patchy in areas, which is a shame because I love these. I love them. They are so long lasting. The colour is lovely. I love that deep berry, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to maybe store it point down to sort of flood the tip a little bit more so that I can do it. I don't know, I need to have a play. Anyway, let's finish off the lips, try and make this situation a little bit better with the Dewy lipstick in the shade Sweet Sienna. And these are just a sheer lip balm sort of feeling. I feel like this has gone very unintentionally vampy. Not very summery. It doesn't look very summery anymore. Yeah, this wasn't necessarily how I wanted the look to turn out. Actually, I feel like that lip balm has smooshed together that colour somewhat. I don't know what I've done here. I was trying to fix it and I've made it worse. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that lip, which is a shame. That was one of the products I was most looking forward to. Never mind. So what have we tried today? Oh, I haven't tried that highlight. We need to try the highlight because I'm excited about this one. Firstly, however, I will swatch it because I'm scared. So this is the Face and Body Cream Highlighter in the shade Sunbeam, and like I say, this is the lightest shade, but it looks quite a bit darker than my skin. Ooh, it is, I mean it says creamy, but that is creamy. Let me just swatch that on the back of my hand before I go crazy putting that on my on my cheeks. It's darker than my skin tone, but also nothing at all. Okay, so I'm not going to use that. That was another one that I was excited about. Honestly, that's probably the sort of product that I would just use a big brush and put it all over my body. That, obviously not today. Obviously not today. But, yeah. Not sure on that one. What else have we tried that was new today? I need to like decompress. I'm really sad about that lip. Yeah, really sad about that lip. So what have we tried that was new? The spray, the Nourish and Hydrate Face Mist. I like that as like a prep step. I would absolutely use that in place of like my normal toner under my makeup. I will report back, but first impressions, I really like that. Felt lovely on the skin. The liquid blush, I also really enjoyed that. I love that colour, that glow without a highlight. I really like that one as well. The eye primer, am I noticing any creasing yet? Nothing yet, but it hasn't been that long. So I will report back on that one as well. The highlight, I don't think I like the highlight, and I don't think I like the lip. I like the colour, but the finish of that went patchy. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of that. I will also just say the powder. I think I really like that powder. Even though it's not new and I've had that for ages. But it's like it's new because I couldn't remember what I thought of it. So I would love to hear, do you have anything from TECHNIC that you think I need to get my hands on? Or is there anything here that you have that you also love? I want to know. If you do decide to pick anything up, I would absolutely love to hear about it down below. I want to know, and I want you to use my code so that I can see if you order anything, because I find that very, very exciting. I know I shouldn't. I know it's like my sad little, oh, people are clicking the links and I know it's not important. It's not, but I find it interesting. Like, see the conversion. I don't know. I don't know, but that is everything. I am honestly boiling up. It is so hot. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I hope wherever you are managing to keep cool, but until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.